I am making this video to accompany the free video series that I sent you because I want to explain something about my experience with the SFM, how it's impacted my life, and how I believe it has the potential to benefit yours. Look, I joined because I had two simple, important goals. I wanted to get a bit more time in my life, and I wanted to get future financial security. These are pretty common concerns, I know that. I've got a business, right? Landscaping business, which I've mentioned this a lot of times. I know I've built it over 20 years and I've got a lot of employees, and we constantly work with very famous garden designer and teams of subcontractors and blah, 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 blah. Clients are all very wealthy, and we've got freedom to do very exciting projects and just concentrate on doing a really good job, and we've got a huge long waiting list. So, I earn a great living already. So on the face of it, you'd think I've got no worries. So why am I telling you this, right? Because I came to realize that earning a good income, having no time to do other things in life that you really want to do, no time to spend with people you really love, it's stupid, and it becomes increasingly more foolish seeming as you get older. And that's a common feeling that a lot of us have. It doesn't matter if you're older or younger than me, if you're working or not. Life is short. Being motivated to spend most of your time doing something that you don't really want to do, or you're just doing it to pay the bills and then retire with limited finances, missing out with that time with the people you love, it seems absurd. It's not my idea of a life well spent. So anyway, I decided that I wanted to change. Got to that point, and I in the end, I just took a leap of faith. That's what I did. But now I completely get it. I realize that there are new ways of working which we can all take advantage of. I'm going to say that again. There are new ways of working which we can all take advantage of. And I know I can say that as much as I like, but if you're going to benefit, you've got to believe it too. You've got to want it enough to take some things on trust. In those videos you watched, right, the ones I sent you, you'll have heard very convincing arguments about how it's now possible to generate a sustainable living from building your own online business. There are no limits to the amount of businesses you can build, and there's no limit to the amount of money you can earn, which seems absurd, seems ludicrous, I know that. But in principle, this is the case, because the fundamental feature that makes online businesses different from the traditional ways we're used to working is that with an online business, you're using automated systems to reach an enormous potential audience. It's what Stuart means when he talks about the leverage of the internet. Let me give you an example, right? Let's say I wanted to make some money teaching gardening skills to people interested in horticulture, or show people how to make their own pond or patio or something like that. Anyway, 20 years ago or 1 year ago, I might have imagined putting an advert in magazines offering weekend courses. People come along, okay, and they spend the weekend in beautiful West Cork, learn a range of skills, whatever I can pack into a weekend. Let's say I do a good job and I get a good reputation. I'm constantly booked up. I end up spending every weekend teaching my courses to a maximum class size of, I don't know, let's say I have a maximum class size of 10 and I charge £200 per person. That's £2,000 for each weekend. That's not bad. £8,000 a month. I can live off that. It sounds all right. And in fact, that actually was the idea that went through my head last year. But the chances of me reaching enough people to be constantly fully booked, or me wanting to spend every weekend teaching the same stuff, well, it's slim. But what if I do this? What if I make a number of short video courses that show different landscaping and horticulture skills, different times of the year, that people can just download online? They buy them and they download them. I've only done the work once, and I can reach a market of millions and millions of people that might be interested in buying buying a series for themselves or as a present for someone else. In that scenario, right, there's no limit to what I can earn. And once I've set the system up, there's very little else I've got to do. So while that's running, generating an income, I can get on with producing more courses or developing another income stream. Maybe I have a YouTube channel for keen gardeners, or an email newsletter for people interested in wildflowers in Westcourt throughout the year. Sounds good, actually. I'd enjoy making that newsletter, and people would get enjoyment, hopefully, and value from reading it. But at the same time, I can talk about products that I've used and I've found really good, like the sort of secateurs I use or something, or sort of spade I use. That's affiliate marketing. And with a huge list of subscribers that I've generated using the marketing skills I've learned, and don't forget, these are all people specifically interested in gardening, I can be fairly confident that a proportion of the people on that list reading that newsletter will then click on the affiliate link I've put for those products and buy them, and I'll earn a commission. So that's another income stream, right? Suddenly I've got several income streams, haven't I? With not a lot of ongoing effort, and any effort is doing stuff that I enjoy. Most of the time I've already done the main work and setting them up, and the great thing is I've earned a living doing something I enjoy and giving other people great value at the same time. And to do that, I've learned the skills from the SFM. And what's more, I work when I want, where I want, I've got no boss to please, I don't have to worry about being sacked. And because I've learned essential digital skills for what is a rapidly emerging new social era, I'm going to be able to grow and evolve with it. I won't be left behind. It's actually brilliant. And when I came across this, it took me a while to get my head around it. And even when I thought I'd understood it, I was racked with skepticism and self-doubt because it's all so new. I was confused about how I could ever learn to use these skills, how I could ever learn the skills in the first place, how I could ever build. I didn't even know what's an automated system. I couldn't imagine myself doing this, and to be fair, nor could my family or friends. I took a giant leap of faith. It took a lot of trust because I wanted the change. And 6 months on, I've learned the skills. I've learned stuff I couldn't have imagined being able to use. And now I can sort of imagine setting up all those little online businesses that I've just been talking about, and just doing the bits that I'm good at. I can outsource the rest because understanding the process means I know what I need to do to get the whole automated system up and running. Point is, this isn't for everyone. I know that. Some people are held back because of skepticism or a lack of self-confidence, or they find the video series doesn't quite resonate, to coin a well-used word in the SFM. And if you're one of those people, then I've made this video for you. And I hope it helps a bit. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, don't be put off by self-doubt or not being able to imagine yourself building an online business, or not having any idea of what sort of business you could build. Very few people do at the beginning. And another reason that I'm making this video is because I get loads of emails from people saying, I can't do this because I'm no good on computers. Well, if you're watching this, you might not realize it, but you already have the capabilities to be able to learn all the skills you need to earn a good income online. What else will I say? Oh yeah, well, it does take time and effort. It does take a financial investment. No one's saying that that isn't true. But it's not like you have to write any computer programs. It's pretty straightforward. It's all drag and drop and copy and paste these days. The systems that you need to use are already there. They're already online. You just got to know how to tie it all together to create a business. And the training here in the SFM is good. And the support is amazing. If you commit to this, you're going to surprise yourself. You'll grow as a person. And you'll learn skills that will equip you to make a great living. If you put in the work, persevere, keep going, you will succeed. And you will get the life you're looking for. I hope this is useful. And I hope you'll keep reading my emails and replying to some. It's great to get a bit of dialogue going. That's how we all learn. We can all move forward together. Thanks a lot. My family would never listen to me for this amount of time. Okay, I'll stop now. Bye for now.